Why do avoidants cheat? I'm going to share with you the truth about why avoidants cheat. Listen closely, because if you don't, you will waste precious time on an avoidant who was destined to betray you. I once knew a married man named Bernard in his 40s who was a famous lawyer and very successful in his career. From the outside, he was an admirable character whom a lot of people looked up to. As a baby, Bernard had a troubled mother and father who were dismissive of his needs and used to leave him crying in the playpen for hours. This left him with a deep void that he learned to ignore. As a 20-something, he dated a woman whom he assumed that he'd marry one day, but this woman ended up leaving him for someone older and more established than he was. He was bitter about this early experience and he never fully grieved it. Then in his 30s, he chose a safe woman to marry who would become the secure base for him so that he could reach soaring heights in his career. By the time Bernard reached his 40s, he had a small army of acquaintances who admired him and who wanted to learn from him, but nobody who was really close to him or who actually knew him. We all know someone like Bernard, right? Bernard kept everyone at a distance, ensuring that they would always just admire him on the surface and never really be able to expose him. He went on many business trips alone and he used to sit at airports for hours, feeling strangely detached, forgetting that he had a wife and child at home. He'd feel truly empty without that constant barrage of admiration and adoration from his army of admirers. Some may call this a desperate need for supply. One day he met a much younger woman who was beautiful, innocent, and just ready to place him on a pedestal. Bernard couldn't resist the opportunity for distraction from the loneliness he felt inside, and he started a long affair with this beautiful young woman. Eventually though, his mistress grew tired of being the side piece who only fulfilled one role: to offer him a constant stream of admiration. So she broke off the affair. But unfortunately, Bernard didn't handle that well and proceeded to stalk her and extort her, and he threatened to destroy her reputation as well as her son's reputation. Now, Bernard wasn't able to stop himself in the midst of this narcissistic rage, so he took it so far that the police arrested him, he had to serve a jail sentence, and his career and family life ended up in shambles. He literally destroyed the safe source of emotional connection that he had at home and the relationship he had with his child for a surface level affair. And here's why Bernard's story is both a warning and a testament to the reason why avoidants cheat. It's because of how avoidant attachment style forms in infancy. That baby who developed avoidant attachment patterns cried out for closeness to his or her caregivers. This cry was the natural and human way of activating the attachment system. Now, someone like Bernard activated it repeatedly and was ignored indefinitely. His caregivers dismissed his emotional needs as manipulation, and so over time he began to completely bypass his attachment system altogether, as all avoidants eventually do. And at that point, instead of crying for closeness and nurturing, he became despondent. Now, toddlers like this would still sometimes explore, but they carry a haunting feeling of loneliness that they're never cognitively aware of, because they had to bypass it completely, right? Now, after a while, the avoidant stops noticing their needs, so they seek surface interactions instead of activating their attachment system and seeking intimacy. Novelty and short-term gratification becomes a stand-in for real intimacy. It's like eating desserts instead of dinner every single day for decades, not realizing that your body is never getting any real nutritional value. Cheating is the compulsion of the avoidant because they're incapable of realizing that what they really need is true intimacy. Instead, they seek distraction through the novelty of affairs. Follow me if you like this video and you want more insights on the attachment styles and more dating and relationship advice on how to stay high value and inspire deep emotional commitment from men.